Hey guys, welcome to a very, very foggy Wales. We are parked up at, I think it's called Dina's Castle Inn, named after Dina's Castle, which is up there, up in the clouds. And we're going to be doing the Dragon's Back hike, which I think is just, it's called Dragon's Back because it looks, a ridge line that's kind of like the Dragon's Back, so it's got that sort of that bumpy up, down, up, down, up, down look. I don't think we're going to see a lot of it today. Not in the whole long stint that we were hoping for from one end, but it should be quite a good hike. I think we're going to be out for about 5 hours. We've just parked up, we've just had our wee breaks, and now we are ready to head off. So yeah, we're going to start off with jackets, hats on, probably have them on all day. There's a lot of drizzle expected. A big bit of rain, got map in pocket, so it should be a good day for navigation, and hopefully a good bit of experience. So yeah, it's good stuff. So we are parked up here at the pub, so we're going onto this little footpath just behind the pub away from the road, and we're going to walk all the way down and along, and then when we get to the end of this bit of road we're going to head up onto the ridge and then down along. No, we're going further up this way, all the way up to the top, and then we're going along, and then we'll come back down across Egreb, Dina's Castle, back down to the pub again, and that's it. Okay, so to start the hike, we've got to walk along this quite muddy trail. We're onto a bit of a dry patch now, but it is incredibly muddy, ankle deep in places. It's quite nice. So we're just sort of walking parallel to the road at the moment, and then at some point up ahead, I think it's like 3k in, we will suddenly turn left and start to go up the hills, the non-existent in the fog hills. So I think it's going to be quite a tough day navigating, but it should be fun. It's one of those challenging, good for the logbook kind of days, which I think you need. I think you need to do these and get them in your logbook. And it's one of those, we were driving down and it was do we really want to go out? It's raining and it's horrible. But I'm enjoying it now that we're out. Are you enjoying it? Yay! So yeah, we're about, and we're doing it, and it'll look good in the logbook, so it'll be worth it. Okay, so we've reached the first sign that we're heading in the right direction. We've found the ford, which then leads onto the road. So this is exactly what we were expecting. And then there's a right-hand turn which goes to the main road. We're going to go up that way, and it will go up and then around a bit and up that way. So we're going to follow up there. Into the mud, and it is starting to clear up a little bit. We can see like, I don't know, maybe 200 meters. So it is clearing up quite a bit compared to half an hour ago. Sheep on one side, Ginge on the other, conquering the hill. And out of the cloud, we've started to see ridge around us. So we must be nearly at the top, getting there. Once we're going up this way until we hit a cairn, and then we're going like back across and then down a ridge on the other side here somewhere. So, but yeah, this is nearly the top. Okay, so we can finally see the cairn at the end of my finger when I remove it. There you go. It's taken us about an hour and 45 or so to get here. We've stopped and eaten a little bit, get some snacks in.
and it's raining the whole time, just drizzly. As you can see, all the other hills are completely engulfed in cloud as well, so visibility is quite low, but having fun, still warm, trying to my jacket and pushing on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we do it. The incredible views. There we go. We're nearly at the top. There we go. And there is some residual snow. So last week it snowed quite heavily. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago it snowed quite heavily. But last week all the pictures up here were still very snowy. But this week it's mostly cleared up. So there's just these little strips left, and then down here in a lot of these sort of pothole bits off the side of the path, there's a lot of snow as well. And it's cleared right up. This is the most we've been able to see, I think, all day. You can see the entire ridge we've come along. So yeah, it was really steep going up the other side of this, and then we've had this nice gradual slope up to the summit now. And then once we're at the top here, we're going to take a left and we're going to go west along the path until we find the little trail that takes us down E-grip and back down to the car park. Yeah. So now it's just down all the way back to the car park. As we're basically walking along a ridge and then down the ridge and then along and then down, all the way back down to Dina's castle and then back to the car park. Okay, so just up here was the last little summit of the day. We've come down the hill and then we've been looking the whole time for this left-hand path that takes us down the ridge, and it's actually where that horse is. So if you see here, it runs along all the way down and just down off the edge there. So it's a bit of a leap of faith really, just walking off past these horses and down we go. But thank you, horsey, for showing the way. We could have missed it otherwise. You are appreciated, horse. Thank you. Okay, so we're at the last sort of landmark where this path meets the one that we've been following. And now it's just past this cairn, straight off the edge, all the way down to Dina's castle, through the castle, down to the Dina's castle inn where we're parked. So we're pretty much back now, but you can see here just how quickly the clouds are travelling. It is quite breezy. You can actually hear the water at the bottom here. So yeah, the clouds have been coming in and going out so quickly today. Yeah, you can almost see now. You can almost see all the way down to the bottom. Whereas when I started filming, you couldn't. It's going so quickly. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Really, really lovely day. So, and then over there, that's one hill, I don't know if you can see it, but one hill over from that is the hill we came up on the side of. So yeah, long way around, but we're on our way down. We're like 25% of the way down. There's a long way to go. Yeah, we're on our way. See you probably part way down. If things change, we will pop on and show you our way down. If not, then it'll probably be the castle, or if you still can't see anything, then it'll be the car. So yeah, we will see you right near the end next. Off we go. So we haven't gone very far, but we have got a much better view now of what's supposed to be. It's disappeared again. It was right there. But what's supposed to be the Dragon's Back. So you can see this one here, and then that one supposedly there. That's all that's left. It was there a second ago. It's just disappearing as soon as I can get my camera out. and it's gone. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, we're back down off the ridge here. We've come all the way down off the end of the Dragon's Back, and now we are at the castle. So we're gonna have a look in, just a quick one around, have a look, and then find a way back to the car park. I think there is a way all the way through to the car park through the castle, because there were lots of signs to it from the car park, so hopefully that was a footpath that came in from the other side. But we'll have a wander, we'll have a look, and it seems like from this map, so this map's actually got a different path on it to our one. So on our map, this orange path ends here, and there's no connecting footpath. But on here, as you can see, there is a green path that goes all the way down. So we're going to rely on that being there. Should be there. So up and over, and then yeah, all the way through, and back to the car after that. I think it's been a good hike. Or just glad it's over. Glad it's over. That's fair. It has been incredibly challenging coming down. It is so slippy. We've really taken our time with it, but it's genuinely quite dangerous when it's wet coming down that. It's been good experience, I'll put it down to that. It is something to go into the logbook, be that for hill and moorland or mountain leader. This should apply to both, but yeah, it's been a good walk. We've just got to get through this, hopefully the last bit of mud, and then up and over we go.
How do we get?
So yeah, see you back at the car. So behind us, just up here, is the castle. Behind this tree, there is all the castle. And just down there, that's the end, so that's where we're parked. But looks things, there is a permitted footpath, which just takes us all the way down and through. So even though it wasn't on our OS map, there is actually a footpath here that they've allowed you to go through. So we should be able to walk all the way straight down to the end, back into the car, back into the warmth, back home. But back into the warm first. Into the warm and into the dry. It's been raining on us pretty much this entire time, so yeah, it's a bit of a dreary one. We're a bit wet, so we'll get warm and get dry and go from there. Okay, we're back. We're in a very steamed up car the second we got in. The heating is on full. We got chocolate brownies, had a hot drink. It was still hot. My coffee was still, well, it wasn't hot, but it was warm. It was warm and drinkable, so all the muddy stuff's in the back, and we are ready to head home. It's about a 2-hour drive from here back to Wiltshire. And actually the stats weren't great. We only did about 12.9k, so it wasn't as far as we thought, but it was so much up, so much down. So it was nearly 700 meters climbed. So yeah, it was good. It was a really, really good day. I think it's a route I'd recommend doing in the dry when it's not as slippy, because the slippiness of it just made it so much more difficult, and it puts so much more stress on your body and things doing it. So yeah, we've got about 2-hour drive home, be back about 7. And then I think we're both going to put a pizza in and have a hot bath, a hot shower, and hopefully we'll warm up in the car. But if not, that will be the catch-all. So yeah, if I posted this, then thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to try and do a mountain a month, I'm calling it, for 2026. It might not be a mountain, and I don't even know if I'm going for my mountain leaders at the moment. I'm sort of debating whether I'm going to go for my hill and moorland instead. We'll wait and see. But I would like some sort of hill walking qualification at the end of next year, so we'll see. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.